Nearly 25,000 candidates who sat their Kenya Certificate of Primary Education examinations this year will get slots at the top national schools in Kenya. Education Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i has also revealed that this year's admissions saw an increase in the number of learners joining secondary school despite a decline in the KCPE performance. KTN's Timothy Otieno has that report.
More than 8 years of hard work for many pupils across Kenya would come to fruition after the Ministry of Education launched the 2017 Form 1 selection process that will see 24,795 pupils gain access to the 103 national schools across the country.
We actually selected all our children who have scored 400 marks and above to national schools, whether they were in private or in public schools, as it were.
An additional 65,331 pupils will be joining extra county schools as 133,785 get absorbed into county schools. The largest number of pupils, nearly 500,000, will get admission to sub-county education facilities. 1,449 will gain access to special needs schools in a selection exercise that has seen nearly 30,000 new admissions this year compared to last year's process.
Some schools should not be overpressurized with admissions of Form 1s. Sometimes you get a school that has capacity of 200 learners admitting 400.
But the 84% transition rate from primary to high school is not the only new development if today's announcement is anything to go by. The Education Cabinet Secretary announced that for the first time ever, parents and pupils will not have to go to schools to get their admission letters. This year, calling letters to join secondary schools can only be obtained online from the ministry's website.
Candidates don't have to come to your school and wake you up at night because they can go online and they get their admission letters. They can go to www.education.go.ke and from there they can download their letters.
Parents can also find out which school their child has been called to by texting their child's admission number to the code 20042. But out of the about 950,000 candidates who sat their KCPE exams this year, 24% may not have a very happy festive season. 226,000 pupils who scored less than 200 marks may miss out on secondary education next year. Aside from that, the Cabinet Secretary, who has since been lauded for instilling radical reforms in the management of examinations countrywide, says that the KCSE exam results may be released before the end of the year.
Those of you who come from marking centers in Nairobi, you have seen me in your centers. And I'm going to spend more time hanging around there and working with everyone to be sure that we cross all the T's and dot all the I's and release the results to our children before we begin talking about things like Christmas.
The 780,000 secondary school slots are to be filled come January the 9th when admissions to various high schools begins. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.